Hello cinephiles, movie buffs, and TV aficionados, former film student back today with another video. To celebrate the month of June and Pride Month, I thought it about time I did another recommendation video. Of course, recommending some LGBTQ+ films that I think every fan of movies should check out. Disclaimer, before I start my recommendation, I would like to say that I am a straight cis male, so please take my recommendations with a grain of salt. These are just films that either focus on or feature characters that are LGBTQ+, and are just films that I personally have connected with either on a storytelling or filmmaking basis. This is just films that I love. There are still many that I have yet to see, and again, this is just my list. This is not me trying to say these are by any stretch the best representation of the community, or that these are even the best LGBTQ+ films. But with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Moonlight, released in 2016 and directed by Barry Jenkins. Moonlight, in my opinion, is one of the best films of the 2010s. It is also probably the most recognizable film in this video, as it did win Best Picture at the Oscars for films released in 2016. Moonlight tells the haunting and at times beautiful story of a gay black character named Sharon during 3 pivotal points in his life. These small glimpses into this character's existence are handled with such delicacy and honesty, as even though we only see brief periods of this character's life, by the end of the film you feel as if you really know Sharon, as you've been with him during his triumphs and failures, during his moments of love and his moments of heartbreak. The character study is beautifully handled as we follow this person as they try to navigate not only adolescence, their teenage years, and adulthood, but also struggle to understand their own sexuality as well as their place in the world. Filled with incredible and purposeful direction from Barry Jenkins, breathtaking cinematography, whether it's framing choices, camera movements, or the lighting and color palette in any given scene, and of course a haunting, bone-chilling score that elevates every scene it's utilized, do yourself a favor and check out Moonlight.
You know, you know.
Hey. You gotta know right now. Alright?
Happy Together, released in 1997 and directed by Wong Kar-wai, one of the best films in a stacked year of cinema. Happy Together, from Chinese directing legend Wong Kar-wai, the director responsible for In the Mood for Love, tells the story of a tumultuous and heartbreaking relationship between Fai and Po Wing, a gay couple from Hong Kong who go on a trip to Argentina but split up after getting lost and going broke. The film is a beautiful and gut-wrenching exploration of loneliness through the lens of an extremely toxic relationship, where you as the audience member witness a continued cycle of these two broken people consistently and relentlessly hurting themselves and each other. The film is beautifully shot, utilizing both black and white photography and color in very purposeful ways. The way the camera moves and the way Wong Kar-wai blocks every scene leaves you feeling as if you're a fly on the wall, watching the most intimate and personal moments of this ugly but at times beautiful relationship. The story and characters are presented with so much humanity and empathy, but doesn't shy away from the honesty of its themes and subtext. All around a fascinating and wonderfully crafted film, so please check out Happy Together. Shiva Baby, released in 2020 and directed by Emma Seligman. If anxiety was wrapped into a 1 hour and 20-minute film, it would be called Shiva Baby. Following a young college student played by Rachel Sennett as her life begins to unfold and crash around her at a Shiva. Rachel Sennett gives a wonderful performance that perfectly encapsulates a panic attack for anyone who feels lost in life and feels as if family gatherings can be the pinnacle of stressful situations. Shiva Baby is for you. The film is so brisk and has such a great energy to it that its entire experience is both super enjoyable but also a nightmare. While the film doesn't focus on the lead's sexuality in the same way as the previous 2 recommendations, it does factor into the film and overall themes that the film is trying to explore. It's just a really unique and chaotic film, but is still very digestible, enough so to recommend to most people.
Mom, who died?
The Handmaiden, released in 2016, directed by Park Chan-wook, a film from my favorite South Korean filmmaker. The Handmaiden is a wildly entertaining erotic thriller that is easily, and I say this without trying to be juvenile, but is easily the sexiest film on this list. That's not to say there isn't darker elements to this film, but also amidst the eroticism and darkness, there is also a beauty and romantic nature to many of the scenes in this movie. On top of the brilliant screenplay that has more twists and turns than an M. Night Shyamalan flick, this movie is absolutely gorgeous. From the cinematography to the production and costume design, every scene is dripping with something for your eyes to latch onto. The use of location and lighting and the color grading just make it a feast for the eyes. The composed score for the film is also, in my opinion, one of the best scores of the 2010s. It is such a thrilling, sexy, and emotional journey that by the end of the film, you need to take a long, deep breath and just decompress. So definitely check out The Handmaiden. Carol, released in 2015 and directed by Todd Haynes, tells the story of a department store clerk played by Rooney Mara in 1950s New York falling in love with an older married woman played by Cate Blanchett. This is one of those classic type of films, you know, the ones where two characters who are just so madly in love that without even saying a word, you can tell just by the way they look at each other, are unable to be together because of the way society and the people close to them will view them. It is a film riddled with heartache and longing, but also painstakingly romantic and dripping with desire. The performance from Mara and Blanchett are riveting and layered. Todd Hayden's direction is simple yet effective, and the film is able to capture the time period and aesthetic of that era beautifully by shooting the movie on Super 16mm film, which adds such a texture and depth to the colors. The look and tone of the film at times remind me of a dream and at points a nightmare, not in the sense of surface level fear like a masked killer stalking you in the night, but the horrific truth that for some, simply loving somebody can be dangerous.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the list of recommendations. I tried to mix in some recent films as well as some older movies and also include some foreign films. So let me know what some of your favorite LGBTQ+ films are, and if you end up watching any of the recommendations from this video, please let me know what you think of them in the comments down below. As always, if you liked this video, make sure to click the like button, subscribe if you want to hear more from me, and as always, I will see you guys on the next video.